Yeah. Yeah, I can incorporate some of them because hips are always good to just work on regularly, you know. We use them all the time.
That we do.
So just find a comfortable sit. If you want to sit on a block, you know, make use of the props you have, feel free. Just come to stillness, closing down the eyes. And just take a few deep breaths where you inhale through the nose, sighing your day out through the mouth. This is an exercise where you really get to let go of anything that's superfluous or, you know, that's not necessary to take with you from here on. One last one. Just taking a moment to check in with yourself, maybe starting with the body, noticing what parts of the body are needing more attention or is sort of felt more than other parts, just acknowledging. So remember, you can put your observer hat on. Just very kindly observing the body. And then very kindly start observing the mind, what's at the forefront of your mind. Is there anything going on loop? Again, just refraining from categorizing or judging, but just being that little bit removed observer. Just becoming aware of what's present in the mind. And then lastly, just becoming aware of any emotions at the forefront. You feel happy, sad, in between, not sure, numb. Again, there's no right or wrong way to feel, but rather just observe whatever comes up. Just kindly watch it. And then on your next inhale, start lengthening the breath, expanding from the belly into the rib cage, the chest, the collarbones. Maybe apply a gentle pause if you like. Before you extend your exhale, contracting from the collarbone into the chest, the rib cage, the belly, fully grounding through the seat bones. And as you continue now these lengthened breaths, just imagine that you breathe into any of these spaces that you became aware of initially when you scanned the body, the mind, the emotion. Breathing into any space that feels restricting, contracted, resisting, heavy. The ability to breathe in some space, some lightness, some softness. And then each exhale is a gift of release, of letting go, of surrendering, of anchoring into your practice. Every time your mind wants to wander off or you catch it having wandered off already, Just gently bring it back to the focus of the breath. Just doing 3 more rounds. Let's see if you can make each round count. For each part of each round count. The inhale, the pause, the exhale. Not rushing ahead or lagging behind, but just being right there with your breath, wherever you are in the breath cycle. Once you're done, just returning to a natural breath. In your own time, if you like, take another deep inhale through the nose, sighing it out through the mouth. And just returning to your nostril breathing. As you inhale, bring the arms overhead, reaching towards the ceiling, stretching. And as you exhale, we're going to lower the right hand, leaning over to the right. Tuck the tailbone, glue that left seat bone as you start to open the chest and the left armpit towards the sky. Reaching from that left hip out into the fingertips. And then when you're ready, inhale back to center. Lower the left hand, bring the right arm to the ceiling. Exhale to the left. Now gluing the right seat bone. Gently start opening the chest, the right armpit towards the sky. Breathing from the right hip out into the fingertips. And inhale back to center. And as you exhale, interlock the hands, bring them to the back of the neck. And as you inhale, gently start pushing the chest forward, softening the shoulder, elbows back, maybe looking up. And then when you're ready to exhale, come into a forward curl. Chin to the chest, slightly pull the belly button towards the spine so you engage your core. Maybe elbows come a bit closer. And when you're ready to inhale, gently open the chest, the armpits, the elbows again. And just one more exhale into your forward curl. Softening the face, unclenching the teeth. Breathing space along the spine. And then as you inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands to the floor. Coming onto all fours. Just a few moves from one hip to the other. Just moving your weight from the left knee to the right knee. And set your hands up so your hands are nicely engaged, coming back onto all fours. And as you inhale, coming into your cow pose, softening the shoulders, dropping the belly. And as you exhale, come into your cat pose, where you push the heart towards the spine between the shoulder blades, chin to the chest, and flowing into your cow pose on your inhale. So between these two now, align your breath. So just be your guide. Really enjoying that full extension of all parts of the breath. Gives you an opportunity to really slow down, becoming aware of this moment. With your next inhale, Going to lift the right knee off the floor, bring the right foot to the ceiling, maybe look up. And then as you exhale, come into a forward curl. Knee towards forehead. Inhale up. Exhale into your forward curl. Last one. And coming back onto all fours again. Just a little bit from side to side. Before you come back to center. When you're ready, inhaling the left foot to the ceiling. And then exhale, forward curl. Inhale. Exhale. Engaging those hands. Last one. And back onto all fours. Knees wide if it's okay, big toes touching. Sitting back into your child's pose as you relax the head, relax the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, the hands, the fingers. A couple more breaths up and down the spine if you like. Once you've done a couple of breaths, coming back onto all fours. As if you can ground the right palm of the hand, engaging the right hand, so making sure the wrist is stacked underneath the shoulder. Now when you're ready, inhale to lift the left arm to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, we're going to slide the left arm underneath the right armpit, come to rest on the left shoulder, left side of the head. When you're ready to inhale, coming back up. And as you exhale, thread the needle again. So just 2 more times. And last one. And just coming onto the fingertips, just releasing the palms of the hands, the wrists a bit. Before you ground through that left palm of the hand, making sure the left wrist is underneath the left shoulder before you inhale the right arm to the ceiling. Exhale as you thread the needle. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now inhale one more time. Exhale. And as you inhale, come back onto all fours, tucking the toes, big toes touching. Just coming to sit onto your heels. Now if this is too strong on the soles of the feet or the toes, you can come onto your knees. Or you can stay for a bit, come up for a bit. Now, see if you can tilt the pelvic floor by tucking the tailbone. So just tilt it backwards and forwards a bit so you can feel the difference. And then keep it tucked, bring the arms to the side. Breathing into the soles of the feet. So this is actually a very good energetic pose. Taps into all the energy centers of the soles of the feet. Releasing a little bit of energy. Now allow the arms to rest. Just noticing the effects of the poses that we've done so far, just on the hands, the wrists, allowing any sensations to subside. On your next inhale, we're going to lift the shoulders to the ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. One more. And back and down. Beautiful. Shaking it out. Coming onto the knees. Stepping the knees a little wider as you interlock the hands. You can keep the toes tucked or you can untuck the toes. Now next inhale, opening the chest, tuck the tailbone, push the hips forwards, shoulders back. Now you can look straight ahead towards the ceiling or drop the head entirely. Now from here, you can either stay. If you want to come into the next version, tuck the toes, lower the right hand to the right heel, and then bring the left arm to the ceiling. Keep pushing those hips forwards, engaging your core. And your next inhale, push away from the heel to come back up. Inhale, right arm to the ceiling, and as you exhale, dropping that left hand to the left heel. Keep pushing those hips forwards, engaging the core, opening the heart, the chest, the armpit. And next inhale, engage your core, so you push off. Beautiful. Hands to the floor, push back into Adho Mukha, down dog. Straight into a bit of a counter pose here. If you like, you can walk it out. Reconnecting with your deep belly breaths. Now, if you can, see if you can breathe, keep the breath through the nostrils. Now, if you're not used to doing that all the time, you might find yourself that you breathe through the mouth at some points, but try to come back to that unless you have any sort of issues with blocked nose, of course. Just allows you to really lengthen and purify the breath. If you like, deep cleansing inhale, sighing out the exhale before you return to your nostril breathing. And at the end of your next exhale, look forward between the hands. No breath as you step both feet to the front of the mat. Now inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. You can bend the knees if you like. As you inhale, slightly engage your core as you start to draw yourself up to standing. One vertebra at a time. Bringing the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, palms together in front of the heart. Beautiful. I'm going to do 2 rounds of sun salutes. So when you're ready, inhale, scooping the arms up, finding the length. Before you exhale, slightly engaging your core and your forward fold. Then inhale, halfway. And as you exhale, you can step or jump the feet to the back of the mat as you come into your plank pose. For this first one, just lower the knees. Make sure the chest comes down to the floor before the hips. Elbows tucked in. Inhale, lifting the torso. We're not pushing, we're lifting, engaging the feet. And as you exhale, tuck the toes, push back. Out of the down dog. 3 breaths here. Making each breath count. Nice and strong through the hands as if you're gripping or grabbing hold of the mat. Becoming aware of the 4 points of connection to your mat through the palms of the hands, through the soles of the feet. That's your anchor in this pose. Soft through the head, soft through the breath. Rolling those shoulders away from the ears. At the end of your next exhale, look forward between the hands. No breath. You can step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale as you scoop it all up. Bring it between the palms. Exhale to bring yourself past the heart space, releasing the hands. And then inhaling for round 2. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, stepping or jumping to your plank pose. Now, if you want to have your legs straight, you can, but I don't want to see any drooping hips. I want the shoulders down first, if not, knees close to the floor. Elbows tucked in, close to the back of the mat. Beautiful. You can low forward or come into your up dog. Make sure as you exhale into your down dog that your core is engaged. 3 breaths. Beautiful work. Once you've done your 3 breaths, knees to the floor, chana is closed. Again, if you like one of those cleansing breaths, into the nose, out through the mouth, you can. Opening from the shoulders all the way out into the fingertips. Opening the head, face. Clenching your teeth. The next inhale, coming onto all fours. Placing the right foot between the hands, the front of the mat. You can tuck the left toes to shuffle that left knee a little further back. And again, you can use the blocks, if you like, on either side to support. Particularly if you feel a sort of bit of a collapse along the spine. That's if you can inhale, find that extra length. And then as you exhale, I'm going to walk the hands back. If you have the blocks, walk the blocks back with you. Come into your half split. Push that right heel away, toes back towards you. As you inhale, walk to the front of the mat. Opening the heart, the chest, the throat. And as you exhale, making your way back. Pushing that right heel away, getting right into the calf, the hamstring. Inhale, come forwards. Do one more in your own time. Finding the space by utilizing your breath. As you come forward with your next inhale, you're going to tuck the left toes, lift the left knee off the floor. And then ground through that left palm of the hand, either on the block or on the mat. Inhale, right arm to the ceiling. Exhale, right hand to the inside of the right foot. Inhale, left arm to the ceiling. A little bit of a balance here. Exhale, back down. Now inhale, right arm to the ceiling again. And then lower the left knee. Untuck the toes. And as you exhale, allow that right knee to fall back. Right hand to point to the back of your mat, shoulder height. See if you don't collapse in the chest, but you have a little bit of extra length. Beautiful, ladies. Inhale, bring the hand back up. Exhale to bring it to the floor. Tuck the left toes. Step into your plank pose. And at the end of your next exhale, stepping the left foot to the front of the mat, between the hands. Again, you can use your blocks as you lower the right knee, You keep the toes tucked or untucked, finding the length for the inhale. Then when you're ready to exhale, walk the hands and maybe also the blocks back. Push that left heel away, toes back towards you. Inhale back to the front. Exhale back. Inhale. Just one more round in your own time. And once you're at the front, lifting the right knee off the floor, grounding through that right palm of the hand. Inhale, left arm to the ceiling. Exhale as you lower the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Inhale, right arm to the ceiling. Just checking how the balance feels on this side. Exhale, hand back down. I inhale, left arm to the ceiling. Now with your exhale here, lower the right knee. Untuck the toes, allow the left knee to fall out to the side. Left hand to point to the back of the mat, shoulder height. Don't collapse in the spine, but find the length. Simultaneously breathing. Inhale, the arm back to the ceiling. As you exhale, lower it back down. Step the left foot next to the right, push back into your Ardha Mukha. Now if you like, you can do a chaturanga or you can just stay in your down dog. Once you've done your 3 breaths, your down dog, child's pose. Knees together or wide apart. Using the breath. Now with your next inhale, come back onto all fours. Now if your knees are not wide apart, walk the knees to the edges of both sides of the mat. Then take an exhale. When you're ready to inhale next, drop the hips to the floor, lift the feet, soles the feet together, open the heart. And as you exhale, come back into your adjusted child's pose, knees apart. And when you're ready for your next inhale, again coming into that heart opener. It's going to do this a couple more times. Last one. Beautiful. As you inhale, come back onto all fours. Again, so wiggle side to side for those hips. And then with your next inhale, we're going to bring the right knee towards the right wrist. Setting the foot up for your pigeon pose. Now tuck the left toes, shuffle the left knee a little further back. Or you can also alternatively use your block, slide it underneath your sacrum if you need to. Or even under just one butt cheek. To sort of get that squareness of the hips. Now come onto your fingertips, engage your core, so you lift slightly and also engaging the pelvic floor, so you lift up and out of the hips. Now open up the throat by looking towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, we're going to bend the elbows out to the side, wavy motion down towards the floor. Then inhale, waving your way back up. Exhale down. Inhale up. On your next exhale, coming down onto the forearms, all the way down, using the hands or a block on the floor for support for the head. You can soften those shoulders. Now just checking in, how do you feel across the shoulders? Do you feel that they're square and even, or are you leaning more into one shoulder or one hip than the other? Softening the face, using the breath there, breathing into that right hip or wherever you feel this pose the most. Again, you can be aware of whatever comes up for you. Are you loving this pose? Are you not loving it? Or are you impartial? Just observing whatever comes up. It's an opportunity to release. Breathing it out. The next inhale, gradually making your way back up. Now placing the left hand in the middle of the mat in front of you. And bend the left knee towards you. Now you can stay there, or you see if you can reach that right hand. Grab hold. The right hand, but if you prefer the other hand, you can do that. Whichever one you can reach. Just a little bit of a different stretch. Breathing into that left side. And exhale, releasing with weight. Tuck the left toes, shuffle the left knee forwards. And then come onto all fours, gently releasing, maybe straightening that right leg. Maybe so you might do a bit of a counter pose for the hip. So bring the left foot out to the side of the mat, swivel the right heel onto the floor, and open the right arm to the ceiling. Beautiful. Tuck the tailbone, push the hips forwards. And then exhale, come back down. Beautiful. Wiggle side to side if you need to. Before you bring the left knee towards the left wrist. Setting yourself up for the other side, tucking the right toes, shuffling the right knee further back. Again, use your props if you need to. Wiggle yourself very gently into legs. And before we come into the full pose, coming onto the fingertips, engage your core, tuck the tailbone, start to lift up and out of the hips. Beautiful. Open the throat. Then with your next exhale, again that wavy motion where the elbows bend up to the side, head towards the floor. Inhale, come back up. And exhale
Knee.
Now with the next exhale, then coming down, making use of your hands, your block on the floor, and just notice, is this side more challenging than the other side? Just using the breath here. Instead of believing what the mind might be telling you about this pose, you can just watch it from afar. Watching whatever comes up. Not going to stay for that long. Open the face, relax the shoulders a little more. Gradually, when you're ready, your next inhale, easing your way back up. And place the right thumb of the hand in the middle of the mat. Try that first. Bend the right knee, bring the heel towards you. And then reach the left arm back. Now, if that's not possible and you want to use the left hand in the middle and reaching the right, you can do that as well. And release both hands to the mat, tucking the right toes, gently easing the right knee a little closer. Come up, bring onto all fours. Do the same as we did on the other side. Maybe you want to straighten that left leg. Bring the right foot out to the side of the mat. Swivel the left heel onto the floor. So then right knee and the left heel is in one line, reaching the left arm to the ceiling. Tuck the tailbone, push the hips forward, reach the left fingers. So you're creating space between the shoulder. Deep breath here. And as you exhale, lowering it back down. Beautiful. Crossing at the ankles, and then coming to a seat over and behind the feet. Beautiful. Straightening legs out in front, just resting into your hands for a moment. And just noticing whatever's going on from the waist down, from the hips down. From here, we're going to bend the knees, soles of the feet together, and then shuffle the buttocks towards the heels. Engage your quads slightly as you bring the arms out shoulder height, roll onto your back. Heels slightly out, knees resting in. Just giving the spine a bit of a pause here. Beautiful. Each exhale just softens the back of the body into the mat a little bit more than before. On your own time, just windscreen wipe the knees from side to side, just to give your lower back a bit of release. Coming back to center, and then pulling both knees to the chest. Maybe lifting the head to the knees. And then dropping the head, dropping the right foot to the floor. Now bring the left heel on the outside of the right foot. So not the knee, but the heel. Yeah, beautiful. Now shift your buttocks to the left side of the mat. And then lower the knees to the right side of the mat. Then your right knee will be pushing the left heel to the floor. Bring the arms shoulder height. Now as you inhale, lift the right shoulder off the floor so you can square your shoulder blades, supporting the left shoulder a bit more. Now, if you feel like straightening the right knee instead of having it bent, feel free. So you can adjust the pose to get the most out of it for yourself. You want to try and keep that left shoulder on the mat. Now you can stay, or if you like, you can straighten the left leg out to the side, keeping the right one where it is. Maybe lowering it to the floor. Maybe you can even reach the left big toe with your right hand. If you can't, that's fine too. Softening into the pose with your inhale, with your exhale. Always creating space, letting go. Space, letting go. Again. Eternal cycle of expanding, contracting. Now with your next inhale, just gradually make your way back to the center of the mat. Legs straight, arms up to the side. Just tune into the left side of the body and the right. And maybe the palms can face the ceiling, as if you're saying, yeah, ready to receive. Whatever these pose, whatever closing, all have in store, ready to receive. Taking a deep inhale through the nose, sighing it out through the mouth. And bending the knees again, soles to feet to the floor. And then bring the right ankle, the outside of the right heel on the outside of the left foot. Shifting the buttocks towards the right side of your mat. Lowering the knees to the left. Again, you can stay there, or if you prefer to straighten your right leg, you can. Just to make sure your right shoulder has support, lifting the left shoulder off the floor, squaring your shoulder blade, before you lower it back now. that right leg out to the side. Maybe you can even grab hold of anywhere along the right leg, right knee. Staying with your breath. Inhaling space. Exhaling into the surrender of the pose. And with your next inhale, gradually making your way back to center. Bending the knees, soles to feet to the floor, heels slightly out, knees together. Big, juicy inhale, long exhale in. Now you can either come into your full shavasana, or you can pull your mat into one of the side walls here and bring your legs up the wall for your final resting pose. Using the wall space. Once you've settled in to stillness, I want you to consciously take one more of those deep, long, juicy inhales, and as you exhale, just imagine that you're dropping everything. Your entire body weight, your entire mental weight, your entire emotional weight, everything into the mat. Just for the next 5 minutes, just allowing it all to be held. You don't have to hold on to it. Just take a deep inhale. Nice, gentle exhale. The legs are up, knees out wide, soles of the feet together. Heels towards the buttocks. And then gradually rolling onto your right side. Resting there for a few breaths, maybe using the right hand as a pillow. And slowly coming up to a comfortable meditation sit, whatever that looks like for you. If you can keep the focus inwards just for a few more minutes. heart. It comes just gently touching the heart space, not the physical heart, but the energetic heart said to be the seat of the soul, in the center of the chest. As we read the talk tonight, then you can take with you some of that inner connection and all your dealings outwardly for the rest of the day, the rest of the week. Comes to the third eye, gently bowing the head. Find the whole space for you, beautiful lady. Thank you. The rest of the week.